Like how we deal healthcare is not enshrined in our Constitution of enumerated powers. We have flexibility and options in terms of how we want to do things. But I'm just saying that like if every single country does something in this way, this is like in my opinion, this is the dumb form of. There are great forms of American exceptionalism. This is the dumb form of American exceptionalism, where it's like, we're going to do things our own way in the way that is the most complicated, the most expensive. We spend more than any other country in the world on healthcare related stuff. We don't even have good outcomes to show for it. And then when I argue with other people about it, well, the great thing about the United States of America is that the top 1%, the same elites that I rally against all the time, are able to fly to other countries to buy whatever crazy healthcare stuff that they want. And I don't know. I don't think that system is right.
You support socialized medicine, right?
Socialized medicine doesn't mandate you have to get a certain procedure.
So, but if you supported socialized medicine, wouldn't the government essentially have some role in every decision-making process that happened?
This is something I will die on this hill for, okay? If I have a medical issue involving my son, the only 3 people I ever want involved in that conversation are me and his mom, him and the doctor. If somebody is trying to make some procedure that I think could make him better illegal or whatever, that is the worst possible world I could ever live in, to where if for whatever reason my son and I feel like I've gone through all the appropriate steps and he feels like he's a girl or he's a trans woman or whatever, not at 5, I'm not talking at 5, but at 14, 15.
At 14.
Yeah, if he's having those feelings and we go through therapists or whatever, and that is an option where it's like, well, this is what he's saying, this is what his doctor's saying, and you know what, I'm the parent, I'm going to ultimately make the decision to pull the trigger on that. I don't think anybody else, especially not the government, has the right to stand in between me and my child's future in that decision.
They know your kid, have a conversation with your kid, understand your kid. They're going to have gone through high school. You're going to know what that experience was like. You're going to know what they like. How driven are they? What are they interested in? Have those conversations and don't get told by people that college is their only answer and their only path towards success. I don't believe that to be true. In the best universities, because they know that the indoctrination that they have started in their household is just going to continue beautifully over there.
There's somebody's going to send their kid to Harvard just to finish indoctrinating. You can indoctrinate their own household.
These pieces of paper look great on a wall. What does it mean?
It shows that you went to for 4 or 5 years. You took some classes. You passed some tests. You could do a thing. Do you care about reading scores or tests? When you talk about like black communities or disadvantaged communities, do you say that like it's a crime that they can't read, that they can't do math? Why does education matter only up to a certain point but not past that?
Because of what's happened to college in the last 2 decades.
Because of woke people?
Not just
the woke Pokimane scared the kids off of college campus?
People, but if college is not a place where you're learning how to think anymore, and if college is not a place where diversity of thought actually exists, and if college is not a place that embraces true diversity, not just in what color are you and what your culture is, but in how you actually view and see the world, then what's the point? Why do I need to send my kid to go in and come out a robot? It's ridiculous.
Because
so I'm not saying there's no value.
Because the median earning of somebody with a 4-year degree is $20,000 a year higher than.
And what I'm telling you is, I see your stats, I hear them, but what I'm trying to say is that way of looking at the world and that way of idolizing this piece of paper is going to be on its way out very soon, because what you're seeing is a rejection of $50,000 or $60,000 or $70,000 a year investment, and then you have a kid that comes out and you're like, what did I just do? They're dumber, less able to think for themselves, and less accomplished, and they sit on the couch that year and they say, what are you going to do now? I'm not sure.
All of that, and they're still out earning their high school peers. It's crazy how that works. And they had 4 extra years together. I guess all that experience at Burger King didn't pay off.
We're not talking about today, but watch what happens. And I'm not talking about getting a minimum wage job as an alternative. What I'm saying is people need to broaden their minds. College still exists, and it will be the appropriate decision for some. Alternative programs do exist and will be the appropriate decision for some, in order to, yes, you want to get educated. You want to get a path towards success. You want to get a path toward learning actual skills. That's not going to be college for everybody. That's all I'm saying. It's a little bit more gray for me than that. I don't want that to be everybody's prescription, because I don't think it fits everybody's life. I literally live and breathe all of that.
I got to run and grab my 4th vaccine right after this conversation.
You go do that, and I ain't going to be getting one anytime, ever. You got a flu shot while you're at it. I hear they
maybe I will if they have anything else. Tdap, the
I don't know
stuff,
if they're still doing it, but I heard that at one point you were getting a free donut too, so you get fat and vaccinated at the same time. Woo! Yeah.
You used to be able to get fries, remember?
Fries and a burger. Maybe de Blasio is somewhere still getting.
I'm looking for strong male role models, and I know Trump weighs like 300 pounds.
There you go.
I'm just trying to get up to the legendary.
He said he got vaccinated too. Maybe he got vaccinated with a donut. Who knows?
Maybe. Who knows?
It's possible. Okay. I want to talk to you about body count. Okay. This is really interesting.
The Turning Point USA guy, Charlie Kirk, where he held up the picture and he said, "What is this?" And Charlie Kirk said, "That's a beautiful baby embryo." And he was like, "No, it's a fucking pig."
So did that look like pig to you?
That didn't. No. Okay, but 8 weeks earlier, what it looked like. I said I was against abortion for 20 to 24 weeks. He showed me 22-week fetus.
That's a 22. Okay. Sure. And I also had a conversation with you 2 minutes ago where I said that most people on the left aren't willing to define the number at all.
Well, good thing you're talking to me and not most people on the left.
So if we showed a 19-week-old baby, in fact, I know because I have a baby and I went through all those sonograms, you're going to see something that looks like a baby. Tyler, do me a favor. Pull up a 19-week-old baby. Let's see what it looks like. Because this is what I'm talking about. These numbers are quite arbitrary. And the bottom line is...
The pictures are arbitrary.
What the bottom line is, it is a human life growing inside you. I had it growing inside me, and it is a human life.
Human life is not the question. The question is there an experience there that's worth protecting?
That's ridiculous.
What about a person in a coma that's never going to wake up? And then even before me, there's this feeling of when you grow up in an area, to some extent, you kind of have to be able to get along with the people next to you. You're going to have to make your views somewhat commensurate because these are the people that you see every day. These are the people you interact with. If you have some insane fucking beliefs, those are going to either get weeded out or you're going to be the town weirdo, okay? Because nobody's going to be able to figure you out, okay? If you wanted to have sex with toasters in 1970, everybody's going to know you're weird. If I want to have sex with toasters...
Not in 2022.
No, because I can go online and I can find the best toaster fucking community that gives me all the best models and I can have 7,000 other people reinforcing their opinion.
But what if somebody identifies as a toaster?
True.
Just saying.
But the internet has given us, in some ways, this beautiful ability to find other people. And in some ways, the worst thing is that we can find anybody we want. Mm-hmm. And it's let us not challenge our opinions and not be forced to make commensurate ideas we have with people around us. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of people, I don't even know who my neighbors are, but I can tell you like 15,000 people on this internet forum that all believe that either Trump or Hillary is the actual demon spawn that's going to lead us into World War III. And that, I think, is like the key problem, is how divided we've gotten and how uncommunicative we've gotten with other people around us.
That's true, too. We don't communicate. And the fact that we don't know our neighbors is a problem.
Yeah.
It's a big societal problem.
To further that, because you talk about like the national divorce, if we did a national divorce, this is what would happen. If that happened, then there'd be another national divorce. Because here's what would happen on the left side, okay? We do the national divorce. Thank God, we got rid of all the Republicans. Well, now you've got AOC and the progressives looking at like Biden, and they're going like, why are you guys the new Republicans? You guys are crazy.
You got to do another split.